All right, here with Post 32 manager Jordan Meadows. And Jordan, you're heading today for the first time, I guess, in 6 years. The team's back in postseason. Post 32's back in postseason play. You got Winfield first. First up, Jackson Curry pitched a very good game against you guys up here in the final game of the regular season. Probably going to see him again. You play Winfield at 5:30 Thursday. He's a problem. I mean, a very good pitcher.
Yeah, I mean, he mixed it up well. I think he had 11 or 12 Ks. I guess fortunately for us, we didn't really we had some guys playing that don't really get a lot of playing time, some POs and stuff like that. So he hasn't really seen our best, and they also haven't seen our 1, 2, or 3, I think, pitching-wise. Cole Brown, Gabe, and Gavin haven't pitched against them. So I don't know who we're going to go with pitching-wise, but Jackson Curry's tough. So, but all we got to do is put it in play and hopefully move around and be aggressive on the base backs like we have been all year.
It's been, like I said, it's been a while since you've done this. I mean, it's this part of the season. Late in the summer, you're, you know, if you're still in school, you're thinking about going back to school. If you're in college, you're thinking about getting those things ready. Bring back memories for you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I think this, like, for me, I remember we went to Parkersburg for our area tournament, so that was a track. But for us, going to St. Albans this week, I think these kids are excited. I mean, I've kind of told them some old stories and some news stories and stuff like that. But these guys are excited, and there's 2-3 weeks left until some of these guys are going to college and some are going back to college because all these guys are graduating seniors or college freshmen. So, I mean, all these guys are going to college, whether they're just beginning or getting ready to start their second year. So it's an exciting time, and I hope we can make the Martinsburg for the state tournament next week.
Is this the reason one of the reasons you got back into it? Just because of the, I know you have a great love for American Legion baseball, having played it yourself here. With the bash team now, the top prospects. Is that why you got back in it?
Oh, absolutely. American Legion is one of the best times I had playing, and now coaching. It's even fun. But, I mean, it's just great baseball for guys that don't really have a lot to do, especially college freshmen that don't get a chance to play in, like, some wood bat league, kind of like a prospect league or something like that. So it just gives them another opportunity to play, and especially close to home. But, I mean, to compete for another state title, whether it's I mean, Beckley or whoever you are, whatever you're wearing on your chest. But, I mean, fortunately for us, like, Post 32's back, and we have a good history, and we're, like, trying to make, I guess, a good run this summer.
Beckley did have a championship or two in the past, Post 32, correct?
We've had 5 total.
5 total?
Some, like, I think, like 42, 48. I don't know. It's on our Facebook, but I know the last one was in 2006. They won back-to-back in 05 and 06.
So there's a little precedence for teams from around here. Kendrick Eppley stated in the season that they're doing a lot of things here at Eppley for the high school game, and also for the college game. He wants to bring baseball back, and I think that it looks like you're a big part of that too.
Yeah.
Why is that important to you?
I mean, so
because really you're kind of helping other teams you're going to end up playing in some way, shape, or fashion.
Yeah, I mean, Shady's obviously, I mean, that's home for me. I mean, my parents grew up there. Like, I mean, I went to school there, and now I coach there. But Southern West Virginia has just been down for so long. I mean, I think you posted something on Twitter about how we haven't been to the state championship game only a few times in the last 20, 30 years. I mean, so Southern West Virginia baseball has got to get back to where it was. And me and him are going to sit down and talk in the fall and kind of work up some stuff and have some tournaments here next year and just get Southern West Virginia back on the map.
So it sounds like it's going to grow.
Yeah.
Let's talk about your personnel, and it starts at the top. One of the best table setters I've had the pleasure of covering is your brother. I posted some numbers the other day. I think in the first inning, he's gotten on base. I mean, his 24 games that he played in the first inning, 2 games, 4 games was a vacation week. And then there was 2 games where he maybe didn't start. And one of those was the last Winfield game. But his numbers are incredible. I think he scored 17 of his 41 runs in the first inning. He had a streak, and I didn't post this, where he had, I think, before he went on vacation, got on base 4 straight times and scored. The first 5 back, got on base by single the next 5. What is it that makes him so good at that position? I know it's a family trait where you guys all batted leadoff. Why is he so good at that?
I honestly don't know, and it's
and how big is that?
Oh, absolutely! It's such a privilege to coach, whether it's Shady or Post 32. I mean, just to be in third base dugout or the third base coach's box and just be like, if he gets on base, he's probably going to score because he's going to steal, he's going to find a way to get to third, and hopefully we can put him in play to score a run. So I've always told him his whole life, if he goes, we go, and like it's I mean, it's crazy, but it's true because, I mean, if he gets on base, I know I'm comfortable with him stealing to second, and then if we can get a hit or two, he scores, but if not, he finds his way to third, and then pass ball or sac fly or anything. I mean, it's one of those things that for the last 4 years of him playing high school baseball, it's like, man, like this is awesome to watch. But like even on this kind of level where you're seeing, I mean, like Jackson Curry, some guys with some upper velo, he's still getting on base and still finding ways to score. It's awesome.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It's one thing to do that in Little League.
Right.
It's another thing to do that at this level, which is basically college guys
Right.
that he's doing it against, which is pretty. I guess Winfield's getting a good look at exactly what he can do against some of those type of players.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that when he gets on, then you feel like you're going to score a run.
Yep.
Because the stats bear it out. I think he's only made it out maybe 6-7 times in the first inning, in his first at bat leading off a game. So incredible.
And I've joked with the coaches this year. I feel like we're the best first inning team of anybody in the state because we put up 3-4 runs every first inning, and then we kind of just lay low. But Jake is a big part of that. But the guys behind him are, I mean, hitting it all over the place to help him score those runs.
Well, I wanted to ask you about some of those guys. You got behind him Barry's obviously, but you got a Bryson Redmond. You got Reese Patterson. I know lately you've been hitting Braden Kiblinger up in the order because he's really hitting the ball this summer, even better than you did in high school.
Absolutely.
And, I mean, just a lot of those guys, you get the table set there with one or two. There's your 1 and 2 guys. And you got a pretty formidable 3, 4, 5, even 6 option there, right?
Yeah, so right now I've been putting Kibby at the 2, and with Kibby being at the 2, he's more of like a contact hitter to move runners like Jake and stuff. And then you have Reese, Adam, and then now Bryson at the 5. So when you have those guys that can hit for power and hitting the gaps and stuff, it's just like kind of like a merry-go-round. But then in the 6 hole, you have Cole Brown, who's one of the hottest hitters we have. So it's like you just keep going down the lineup, and you're like, well, this guy can hit, and this guy can hit, and then it's just like, but those top 5, top 6 guys, and then Colton Tate, Gavin Bennett, Grayson Kesterson, they're kind of in the bottom of the lineup, and then Peyton DeHaven's been 9-hitter all year, I think, except for when Jake was on vacation. But those guys, I mean, Peyton batted leadoff for Greenbrier East, so as a 9-hitter, it's just another leadoff for us. But those top 5, top 6 are unbelievable right now.
That's a shrewd baseball. That's an old school baseball move. Putting a 1 really at 9 so you get that extra leadoff guy at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, and Peyton's done a great job because, I mean, that Morgantown game, I think he had a nice double or something. But he's a guy that will put in play, and then when Jake comes on base, I mean, he's just fast enough to do the same thing Jake does.
You know, with some of this stuff you do, they're probably going to take away your millennial card and may even give you a boomer card.
They might.
Because the way you play, and it's been very, very successful for you. You think this team is much more reliant on its offense than it is maybe pitching.
Absolutely.
And even defense if you want to go that far into it.
Yeah, sometimes when we get down early, the Morgantown game, for example, we give up 4 runs in an inning. I knew we had the offense to get back to top wheel. We were down by 1 run, but I knew we had the offense to score with anybody in the state. I really do. And I tell everybody, no matter if I'm coaching shady or post, when you're pitching, pitch to contact, especially with a team like this. It's got, I mean, yeah, we've made a few errors here and there, but when you got all-stars, it's routine baseball plays and have a lot of fun.
You don't got guys that come up there and giddy up to 104 miles an hour like the Paul scheme.
No, we don't have that now.
But pitch to contact is work for these guys. What do you like about this staff going into a tournament such as the one you're playing in this weekend?
Yeah,
or beginning Thursday.
Yeah, so I mean, and that's kind of the thing is you got 3 days, and really all you got to do is win 2 games to get to the state tournament. Because if you make it to the championship, whether you're the champion or the runner-up, so our goal is to win 2 games. Obviously, we want to win the area tournament to be the champion and play a runner-up from another area. But you got Cole Brown is probably going to start tomorrow, I would assume, looking at it. And then you got Gavin Bennett and Gabe, who are the Greenbrier East starters. And then you also have Jake and Kibby, who we've relied on. But then you also have Isaiah Patterson, Hunter Chris, Jared Vestal, guys that are our POs that can fill up the zone a lot. Like Isaiah Patterson is in a great relief role right now. I mean, I think he's got solid innings and just those guys. And then you got guys that we don't even talk about that, I mean, Colton Tate pitched for high school, and then he's pitched a little bit. But, I mean, you got guys really like all year that I can throw out there especially. But tomorrow we'll probably give it the go for Cole.
Just talk about this area. It's yourself, Charleston, South Charleston, and Winfield.
Yeah.
Strong region. I mean, they don't necessarily have overall the greatest records.
Yeah.
But is it a strong region
I
or
mean,
area in your opinion?
I do think so. Yeah. Winfield hasn't played a lot, but they're a really young team, and I think it's good what Coach Isaacs is doing at Winfield because when we played at Winfield, I saw him there. So I think he's just got a lot of his younger guys playing against 19-year-olds, and it's only going to make you better. But Jackson Curry's tough, and they have a lot of younger guys that can hit the baseball. The Charleston team has Evan Wilson, who was the MSAC Player of the Year. When he was on the mound, I mean, he's a tough pitcher, so he can give anybody fits. And then South Charleston with Dave Potter and them, I mean, they've won multiple state championships, and they're always in the state tournament. So it's pretty strong, I mean, especially when it's winner take all.
You must have talked about this quite a bit to your team about South Charleston.
Oh, yeah.
I've talked to a couple of guys that you think where they played high school. It was Nicholas County. Grayson Kesterton just the other day said, hey, we know about this South Charleston.
Yeah.
I mean, you must have talked a lot about.
Well, I mean,
your good old day.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I played, it was so hard to beat them because there wasn't another Charleston team and there wasn't a Winfield team. So they got all the pull from the Huntington, the Winfield, the Hurricanes. Their team was just very good when I played. But even now, they're still a good team. But Potter runs a great little organization he's got there. I told these guys all year, South Charleston, they're the guys in front of us, and that's the goal is to be them and make it to states. And now they take two teams to states. So fortunately, I mean, maybe we can make it. We can both make it and see them in the state tournament.
No, I think you said the area will be here next year.
The area tournament, yes, in 2025.
And then in 2027?
Yeah, the state tournament will be here. Yep.
So that has to be a good building. But for what you were talking about before, that has to be a good springboard from the post program.
I agree.
In Beckley.
Yeah, so next year we're definitely going to have another Junior Legion team as well, which would be 17U. And we're trying to get the 17U Junior Legion state tournament here next year. So we'll have the area tournament and the state tournament here.
Would that be the seniors or?
It would be I think it would be maybe Sam Barnett. I'm trying to think maybe a rising senior. I don't know of his age on his birthday off the top of my head, but it would be like Gage Price, Brady Williams, probably rising juniors, most rising juniors, Deegan Williams, some younger guys that are in the area that really perform well around here. But we're going to have a Junior Legion team and then the Senior Legion team as well. So, yeah, we're trying to get this post things fired up, but also some more things going for the Southern West Virginia.
All right. Hey, always appreciate it, Jordan, and good luck to you guys in the area. Well, for the people not there, you can get on Game Changer.
Yeah.
You can find it somewhere, follow along. These guys are fun to watch.
Absolutely.
You,
Thank you.